This simple pasta recipe has 145 grams of protein, and I'm going to show you guys how to make it. Now, for the pasta, I am using this pulse pasta, which is made from red lentils. Now, when it comes to pasta made from things like chickpeas and lentils, I prefer red lentils because red lentils has been the one, in my opinion, in the ones that I've seen, that has the highest protein in relation to carbs and in relation to fat. This one has 2 serves in a box and it has 28.8 grams of protein, and there's 2 serves in this. So that's a lot of protein coming from the pasta. So that's one thing. If you're looking to buy pulse pasta, just have a look at the protein. I mean, if you have personal preferences, go for it. But in my opinion, red lentil pasta has been my favorite, loaded with protein. Now, I'm using just basic mixed vegetables for this that I found. You can use whatever you want. And for the sauce, I have this rich and thick tomato can with paste, with tomato paste in it. And I've just been using this for all my pasta recipes because I found that this has the lowest calories, 38 calories per serve, has around 3 serves in a can. That's barely any calories for what you get. You can use whatever pasta sauce you want, marinara sauce, but if you can find something similar to this, rich and thick, something with tomato paste added in a can, that's usually really low in calories. Now, for the protein source, I have this plant-based chicken that I found in my grocery store. I have used this before, I have made videos on this before, and I really like how this tastes. It's soy-free, it's made from wheat gluten, so it's seitan pretty much, and it is loaded with protein, and each serve has 127 calories and 20 grams of protein. So there's 4 serves in this box, which means 80 grams of protein in this little box. I'll be using the whole pack. Now, when it comes to plant-based chicken, obviously, you guys won't be able to find this exact same brand, but you can substitute any other kind of plant-based meats. Look for something that's made from wheat gluten. That's, I found, in my opinion, the best calories, and in terms of protein, the best, has the highest amount of protein, tastes the best. Or use whatever you want. If you can't find, some kind of plant-based chicken or plant-based meat that's made from wheat gluten, I have made a video on how I've made it myself, but I just find it much easier to buy instead of going through the process of making. It is fun to make, but I just prefer the taste of this. And that's going to be pretty much it. I was going to add a can of chickpeas to this, but I feel like it's already quite filling. It's already pretty high in protein. So let's do this. First things first, I'm going to get this boiled up and cooked. So as soon as I drained the pasta, I used the same pot and brought it back to the top, and I added in the frozen vegetables, and I let that cook for about 3-4 minutes, or as long as it takes for it to cook properly. So after that was cooked, I added in the plant-based chicken, and I let that cook for about another 3-4 minutes until it had heated up truly. And once the plant-based chicken was ready, I let that cook for about 3-4 minutes. I added in the sauce. Now, I added in just half of the sauce, just a little bit, just to get it started. And then after that, I added in the rest of the sauce. Now, you can add in the sauce all at once, but I like to add in a little bit first, mix that through, and then I'll add in the rest. Now, after I added in the sauce, that's when I add in the spices. So when it comes to the spices, I added in 1 tablespoon of curry powder. I then added in roughly 1/3 tablespoon of black salt. Now, this is optional, but I would highly recommend adding in black salt. It just gives it a nice sort of eggy flavor. That's just hard to describe unless you've had black salt. So I add in a little bit of black salt, and then I added in usual salt and pepper to taste, just a little bit, but that's pretty much it. After everything was cooked, once it started to get a bit more dry, I added in just a little bit of water to the canned tomatoes. So now that the can is empty, just a little bit of water, maybe half a can of water, and then I used that to get everything sort of started again before I added in the pasta. Now, once you add in the pasta, just give it a quick mix, and there is your dish. I might add just a little bit of sriracha sauce on top of this when I'm eating this, but apart from that, this is pretty much it. The final product, 145 grams of vegan protein. Masala protein pasta. Now, you don't have to eat this in one big meal. I like to separate this into at least 3 different meals with 3 different loaded in protein. So it comes around close to 50 grams of protein per meal if you split it in 3. It is a lot of food, but this has been one of my favorite recipes that I've been going to get in quick amounts of protein. If I'm running low on protein, the plant-based meat that I use is absolutely amazing. So try this recipe out. Try using curry powder. Trust me, it may seem weird, but adjust it to your taste. If you like it a bit more spicier, you can add chili powder, you can add a little bit more curry powder, but I stuck with just a little bit of curry powder and some salt and some pepper just to keep it a bit on the not so spicy side. But this is it. Try this recipe out and let me know how it goes. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. But that's pretty much it.